Please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. The scream of shattering glass cut through the room just as my hand brushed the curve of my 7-month belly. For a moment, everything froze, the pastel balloons, the soft chatter, the scent of vanilla cake, and all I could think was that something awful had just entered the room. He did. My ex. Maria, he said, breathless, eyes blazing with something between desperation and entitlement. We need to talk. Now. Every head turned toward us. My husband, Daniel, stood near the dessert table, hands clenched so tight the veins in his arms pulsed. For a second I felt the air collapse. My throat tightened, not from fear of him, but from fear of what my ex might say. I hadn't seen Leo in over a year. Not since I ended things after discovering he'd been cheating on me with someone I used to call a friend. I'd buried that chapter, moved forward, rebuilt myself, and eventually met Daniel, who healed the hollow parts of me with patience and quiet love. So why was Leo here? And why did his presence feel like a ticking bomb? Guests began shifting uncomfortably. I could almost hear their curiosity, their judgment. My heart hammered. I took a slow breath, trying to stay calm for the baby inside me, but panic gnawed at my ribs. Leave, I whispered. You shouldn't be here. Leo shook his head, stepping closer. You didn't answer my messages. I needed to see you. I needed to know if. He stopped speaking because Daniel crossed the room in 3 strides. What are you doing here? Daniel's voice was low, trembling with suppressed rage. This is my wife's baby shower. Get out. But Leo didn't even look at him. His eyes stayed locked on mine. You owed me a conversation, he said. Before doing all this. He gestured toward the decorations, the gifts, the life I'd created without him. I deserved to know the truth. My stomach dropped. What truth? He swallowed, jaw tightening. The baby. I need to know if it's mine. The room exploded into gasps. Daniel's face turned white, then red, then something darker I'd never seen. His voice cracked. What did you just say? I felt like the floor tilted under me. Anger burned through my fear. Leo, how dare you? You know the timeline. You know it's impossible. But Leo lifted his phone, scrolling, showing message snippets from over a year ago. Messages I had sent during the first weeks after our breakup, when I was broken, confused, and aching from betrayal. Messages where I'd said I felt sick, that I missed my period, that I didn't know what was happening with my body. I had forgotten those messages existed. My breath faltered. I hadn't been pregnant then. Just stressed, exhausted, grieving him. But seeing the words now, in front of Daniel, felt like a knife dragged across old wounds. Daniel looked at me with eyes that begged me to tell him this wasn't what it looked like. I stepped toward him. I swear, the baby is yours. Leo's twisting things. His always twisted things. Leo laughed once, cold. She said the same when she cheated on me. Daniel's head snapped back to me like the ground had disappeared beneath him. You cheated on him. No, I choked out. I didn't. He cheated on me. But doubt flickered in Daniel's eyes, just a flicker, but enough to slice me open. Leo reached out as if to touch me. Maria, just tell me if there's even a chance. Daniel shoved him back so hard he hit the wall. You don't get to talk to her. And you don't get to hurt her again. Leo lunged, but Daniel grabbed him by the collar, dragging him toward the door. Guests moved aside, whispering, shocked. Rage vibrated off my husband like heat. Stay away from my wife, Daniel growled, throwing Leo outside and slamming the door. Silence flooded the room. Daniel turned to me, chest rising and falling. Tell me the truth. All of it. Tears blurred my vision. I already did. I wasn't pregnant then. I'm pregnant now, with your baby. Please, don't let him rewrite my past. He studied my face for a long, trembling moment, then pulled me into his arms. I trust you, he whispered. And I'm not letting anyone take this moment from us. Relief broke through me like sunlight after a storm. The room slowly returned to life. Conversations resumed. Music played again. But inside, something deeper had shifted. Leo hadn't shattered us. He'd tested us. And Daniel chose me.